All right, what's going on YouTube? It's your girl Shy Gemini. Look, it's hot as hell in my house right now. I had to turn the air off because this mic picks up everything. So I didn't want it to be any mess with the air on and it picking it up because it's super loud. So I'm here sweating like a pig. So I'm gonna try to get this done as fast as possible. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 5, Episode 4. So let's get started. Teairra Mari is back, y'all, and she is doing her music video, and she's standing there with this hot tenderoni and rubbing them down and doing her little song and everything. And I'm like, okay, Teairra, like, it's a little cheesy, the little vibe that's going on at this moment, but we gonna run with it. She's trying to get her musical career back up and running, so why not? She's doing her music video for Vacation or something like that. Then this other guy comes up with these beautiful eyes, and it's Akbar. That's her boyfriend, the infamous boyfriend that allegedly leaked her sex tape. But we're not there yet, so let me bring it back in. She's on her musical video and he's directing, and she's giving us this spiel about how he's her everything, and they hooked up after she got out of rehab. He owns a gym, he has a studio, he's a producer, jack of all trade, probably master of none. So she's talking, and they take a little break from filming, and he's asking her questions about what she's been up to. She's been to a few parties, and she brings up Nicki, and he gets his panties in a bunch. Well, for some reason, he doesn't like Nicki, and we don't know why. And Teairra Mari doesn't know why, because according to her, he's never even met Nicki. So we don't know what the issue is, but I'm guessing he's thinking she's one of those industry girls that's just like a socialite, really don't have no business savvy or doesn't do music or anything, so she's nobody. And he doesn't think that Teairra Mari should be hanging with the likes of her. Well, she tries to explain, like, Nicki is not the type of person you think she is. She ain't getting me into no stuff. And if we all remember, wasn't she one of the people that was trying to have the intervention for Teairra, and, you know, bringing up the fact that she drinks too much and all that. So I don't know who he is. He gives me Ike Turner vibes, like he wants to be in control. So we're going to see how that storyline progresses. We pretty much know most of it, but we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, she tells him she's going to another party, and she just wants to get herself out there again so people can take her serious for her music. So we go on to the next scene, and that would be Lyrica, Big Lyrica, Little Lyrica. They're doing this radio interview with Donatella. I didn't know she was a DJ. Maybe I didn't pay attention, but yeah, she's a DJ. So they're on her show. They're talking. Donatella has this showcase that's coming up with all these different artists and talent. Lyrica's going to be her headliner, according to her. She's the entertainer, the #1 entertainer that's headlining her event. They've had some run-in the past because, again, it was about Lyrica not wanting A1 to work with nobody else but her. So they've squashed that. Donatella's over it. She probably don't take Lyrica seriously. So they're over it. They squashed that. But of all questions that Donatella could have asked Lyrica, she asked about Safari's peen. His peen has made the list of topics that she wanted to speak with Lyrica about. So Lyrica was actually smooth with her response. She said, you know, I know about my husbands and I love it. Like, don't go there, girl. Don't ask me about Safari stuff, especially all this stuff I'm going through with A1 right now. This ain't the time to be asking that question. But Big Lyrica had her opinion about it. And she's like, well, I saw it and it ain't that much. It ain't nothing to write home to. So write home about. So it ain't, I've seen better. I've seen bigger. Okay, girl, nobody asked you, but since you want to give us your opinion, you've seen better. Okay, I'm sure in all your years on this earth, you have seen better. So they're talking, and then Big Lyrica uses this moment to promote herself. And she brings up the fact that she's doing her EP. And I'm like, okay. So she busts out a little hum. She busted out whatever about karma and people getting people back. And then she says, this is dedicated to that bitch K Michelle. K Michelle is gonna probably read Lyrica, Big Lyrica, for filth at the reunion. You know K Michelle has zero fucks to give. She's probably gonna read her. So she's talking about how she, ain't messing with K Michelle and she raggedy and all that stuff. And Donatella's like, okay, yeah, so what was up with that beef? What was going on with that? And she said, well, I decided not to respond to peasants anymore, and I'm just going to leave that alone. But Big Lyrica, at the wrong time, I think, decides that she wants to let Little Lyrica know that she did show up at K Michelle's show to give her a talking to and to curse her out. Well, Lyrica said what we were thinking at home, I'm sure. Why are you inserting yourself into my business? You're too old for this. You're arguing with somebody that's half your age. Why, girl? Why? Why are you in it? She ain't like that. She was mad at Lil Lyrica for even basically telling her the truth, I would say. So she got up and left. It was the truth though, Big Lyrica. You ain't had no business getting involved with that. You made yourself look crazy. You this old lady. Well, you ain't old, but I mean, you're old. You're older than them. And you're inserting yourself in there and you acting a plumb fool. Okay. Wasn't necessary. So she left. She didn't want to hear the truth. We go to Ray J and Princess' house and he is doing his daddy duties. He putting his stuff together for the baby. But he all flustered and frustrated. You could tell. So when Princess comes out there, he tells her, look, I saw Moniece. I was embarrassed by the way she was acting. But you have the nerve to actually just try to come for a pregnant woman and throw a chair at her. Again, Ray J, Princess is not innocent. Nobody told her to bring her pregnant ass over to that event, okay? Nobody told her but Messy Paris. So if you check anybody, you need to be checking Paris more than Moniece, because she put your wife in danger by being messy and wanting to see some stuff pop off. She did it. So you need to be addressing her. We'll wait for that. But so he's, all flustered and frazzled, and Princess is like, what's wrong with you? You're acting different. What's going on? Yeah, I do got some stuff on my mind. I talked to my boy Safari the other day, and I told him that Lyrica told A1 about them having sex. And then my dog just went ahead and admitted that he did it. And I didn't expect that. So I don't know what to do. They both my boys. So I feel like I need to tell A1, but I don't know what to do. Princess was like, look, they are friends or whatever, but you don't need to get involved with that. Keep that to yourself. Don't say a goddamn thing. Don't say nothing. And I kind of agree. Don't say nothing, Ray J, because then they're going to take it out on you. So he might take it out on you still for not saying nothing. I mean, it's kind of a lose-lose situation, but I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't. So he got to figure out what he going to do. Crazy ass Brooke is going to have her surgery. And of course, Marcus is there. Sympathy. It ain't out of love, I don't think. It's straight sympathy. Brooke, while you thinking everything is sweet and cool, he still has Stasha in his mind. He still would like to see where things go with them. So she goes and have her procedure done. But Solo Lucci. Solo, I feel bad for you because you are definitely acting like new money. You're spending all this money. You got this advancement from the record label. I'm confused. I could be wrong, but I thought with an advancement, you do have to eventually pay that back. It's something where it's not just given to you. Something has to be given from you, for receiving that advancement. So you're spending all this money. I hope you're actually making good on this money, because you're spending like crazy. You're having these wild parties. You're probably paying for all your friends. And I mean, wasn't this supposed to go towards your project, touring? Like, maybe I'm confused. Maybe I don't really know the music industry like I thought I did, but I'm thinking you're gonna have to pay that money back eventually. So, and then did y'all notice how when he was licking that whipped cream, because they was pouring the whipped cream all over the girls at the party, and the way he did that cream, you know how you see in the movies where they're checking the cocaine and they take it and they put it on their finger and they lick? Didn't he give you that vibe like he was licking cocaine? Now I know it was whipped cream. I know it was whipped cream, y'all, but he was giving me that cocaine vibe. A1 gave him the best advice he could have. Dude, you're spending all this money. You need to be trying to invest this money and save. Stop spending all of your money because it'll be gone fast. You live in LA, a very expensive place to live, and you're spending all this money. You need to slow down, invest, be smart about it. Stop spending all this money, Lucci. I mean, you're being a poor example of, like, I see this stuff all the time. People, you're like those people that get their tax money and make it rain and spend it all in one time. Like, I get it. I would probably treat myself at least for something, like maybe a trip. Maybe I would give me a nice piece of jewelry or a nice bag or something. I don't know. I'm not in that position, but I definitely don't think I would be making it rain and spending $20,000 a day. Like, really, Lucci? $20,000 a day. And your advancement was probably no more. I wouldn't, 5 million, 10 million, like, that stuff can go fast because when you make more money, you spend more money. So I don't know what to tell you. I just hope you got a backup plan. I hope the money continues to flow for you. But right now, it ain't looking good. So outside of the same party, Paris, Tierra Marie, and Nikki are out talking. Paris walks up with her messy ass. She is messy, y'all. But she's messy in a good way. She's messy in a fun way where you're like, I want to watch her because she going to try to find a way to sneak this or throw little jabs in there. But you catch it. You do catch it. But she's definitely messy. They're talking about Tierra Marie's new man. And she was like, yeah, I seen him. He a little cutie, a little hottie or whatever. They're talking, catching up. Tierra's telling them about her love and she's in love. Yada, yada, yada. They introduced another character. I'm like, Mona with all these characters. Oh, my God. What's her name, y'all? LaBrittany. LaBrittany. She comes up. She's from Detroit. And she expresses to Tierra Marie that she is a fan of hers. She admires her from what she's been doing with her career. And I'm like, Tierra Marie's career hasn't been really going like it should have. When she came out, she was actually supposed to be the face of Roc Nation. But Rihanna came and snatched that shit from her. She snatched it. But anyway, I mean, she has been in the industry since she was about 15, 16 years old. So, okay, she's cool for now. I got a feeling she's going to be a little bit of a troublemaker. But yeah, so they're talking. She spots A1 and she wants to go talk to him because she's another one that wants to work with A1. I'm like, is A1 the only producer in LA? Why does everybody want to work with A1? She walks in there and she talks to her. To him. They're talking. She's like, look, I worked with one of your friends. He produced another one of my hits. When can you and I hook up? When can we work together? As they're talking, this creepy scene goes on with Akbar where he's walking in like the narcs, looking around like he's willing to, like he about to raid the party and send people to jail. He just walking, looking around, and I'm like, did you even speak to the host? Solo Lucci is standing right there. Why you ain't speak to the host of the party? Like, what's wrong with you? You ain't got no manners? He walk outside, he spot Tierra Marie, and it was like on that daddy vibe. Like, he called his daughter at a party after she told him she was going to study at her friend's house. He called her at the party, and now she in trouble. Like, it was the weirdest thing. He's like, what you doing? You know, this the industry party that you was talking about you was going to? I mean, what's going on here? All this stuff going on inside. And she was like, I'm outside, so I don't know what's going on inside. And she said, I thought it was an industry party where I could network and connect with people. He basically was like, let's go. Excuse me? You my father? Like, for real? But she left. She left. But before she left, though, you know, he approaches Nikki being rude to her. I'm like, you don't even know Nikki. And Nikki is not one of my favorite characters on here. I hate all the plastic surgery or whatever. But she's not really a bad person. And she actually has been looking out for Tierra Marie. So I don't know why he's gunning for her. And she was like, look, I ain't no bum bitch. I know people. Okay? I'm in the club industry because her family owned clubs and stuff. She know people, so she ain't no bum. What is your problem with her? But Tierra Marie left. And Paris is like, oh, he giving me daddy vibes. You know, something ain't right. He giving me like he daddy or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you, Paris. I don't trust him either. He giving me bad vibes too. And he give me vibes that he hit women. The way because you know, some of them abusive guys be having this real calm, mellow vibe when they're around people. But then when they get you behind closed doors, they start smacking the shit out of you. So he gave me those vibes like something ain't right with him. Something ain't right. Tierra, keep your good eye on him, girl. Oh, how did I forget this? AD came to Fiz's house to speak to Fizz to get Cameron shoes for basketball because the boy is in basketball. Well, AD mentions the fact that there's some type of mix-up between the two when it comes to this basketball and this extra curriculum because Cameron is probably telling his mother he doesn't want to play basketball while Fizz is thinking that the boy wants to play and he's probably making him play because he said he wanted to have him in extracurricular activities or whatever. While they're talking, Tiffany pops up. And we remember Tiffany from last time. She was AD's friend. She was being messy and trying to basically break up Moniece and AD. And then she was trying to fight Moniece. She comes downstairs. So now he messing with her. And I'm like, of all the girls on this planet, you mess with your baby mama, who you know is absolutely crazy. Okay? You mess with her arch nemesis. Like, very smart, Fizz. Very smart. She comes down being messy. She did it on purpose. Or maybe Mona said, I need you to go downstairs real quick and stir up some mess with AD so she can go back and tell Moniece that you're here. Go ahead. Go now. Get. So, because that was so inappropriate for you to come downstairs when you knew that was going to be an issue. And Fizz was like, man, why you come downstairs, man? Why you come downstairs? And she was like, you know, I don't listen to nobody. So, and he was like, you know, that's super whack. Like, you know, what are you trying to do? Get back at me and Moniece? Like, what's going on? Fizz asked AD to leave. So then when she comes and meets Moniece and Mr. Ray at the Crab Shack, they talk about the situation. She was like, man, Fizz was there with Drew. They call him Drew. Drew was there with Tiffany. Moniece, of course, was instantly annoyed. And she feels like Drew doesn't respect her as the mother of his child. And that he always gets involved with women that she ends up having conflict with or almost coming to blows with. Okay, I get it. You do want your baby father, whoever he's with, you want them to have respect for you. I get it. But I feel like as long as my baby father respect me and my boundaries and who I am as a mother of his child, okay, who gives a damn about her? But I do get both parts of the spectrum. Like, I get both sides. So, but Moniece, you be too involved in his relationships and his situation. You claim you're not into him no more. He's not into you. He's definitely not into you. So, you know, just worry about co-parenting with him with Cameron. That's all I say. Just worry about co-parenting. don't worry about the women he's with, because he probably won't be with her for long. So I wouldn't really get too invested in what he has going on with her. Simple. But she starts sending these text messages or Instagram posts about the girl, calling her out her name and all this stuff. And of course, that gets Tiffany riled up. So AD tried to stop her from sending it, but you know how Moniece is. She her own person. She ain't listening to nobody. So we'll see how that goes. But Marcus and Stasha meet up, and he wanted to make her feel good and special because he hasn't been able to spend time with her as much since he's been with Brooke trying to nurse her back to health. So they're talking and, you know, they're vibing, and she tells him, you know, I'm really feeling this situation. I'm caring about you, and what if I was pregnant? And you could tell Marcus' vibe, like at first he was all up on her, but his vibe totally changed. I mean, totally changed when she said, what if I was pregnant? And he was like, can we get a moment? Can we get a moment, dog? Like, can we get a moment talking just me and her? Can we talk, like, for real? Like, he was not feeling that about talking about pregnant. So I feel like now all of a sudden Marcus is probably going to want to get rid of her, because even though she told him she didn't want any kids, because he asked her, I thought you said you didn't want no kids. Now all of a sudden, now you just googly eyed and you acting like you happy about having a child by me. I'm going to have to get rid of you. So A1 and Lyrica, when A1 came back to the house after the little party from Solo Lucci, Lyrica was there. Because she was like, you know, I've been in my mom's house all this time, but I want to just come to the house and see what's going on and what he doing at these little porn parties and orgies and all that stuff. Now, Mona, I'm starting to feel that Rashida and Kirk vibe going on with A1 and Lyrica's storyline. I hope it's not the case, but I'm starting to get, as what Rock says, frost facts going on over here, because this shit is just a little too extreme to me. And then after seeing them post about their baby and having a gender reveal and all that, I'm like, okay, are we getting some bullshit right now? Like, I smell shit, like, for real. So I hope this is not a Rashida and Kirk thing. I really hope not. So he comes home and she was like, so this what we on? This what we doing? You know, you at orgy parties and porno parties and stuff, like you could at least get a divorce. You ain't even get a divorce yet, and you out here acting a fool. And he was like, man, I know you ain't tripping. I still ain't got no answers about what's going on with you and Safari and the bullshit that y'all got going on. So you can't be tripping right now. So she comes for him, and I feel like everybody's been coming for A1 since the season started about how him being Hollywood and him changing and all that stuff. She said, don't forget, I was there for you when you didn't have nothing. This how you treat people who were there for you? Nigga, you ain't have no money. You was on food stamps when I started messing with you, okay? When I started bringing you around the industry, around people, they didn't even want you around. And I'm like, wow, Lyrica, that's your husband. Like, you really gonna clown your husband like that? For real? So they going back and forth, and she talking about how he wasn't nothing before he met her, and she was by his side. Then he started calling her fake, talking about her fake hair and her fake ass and her fake tits. And then she said, your fake ass dreads and your fake jewelry. And then he was like, oh, so my jewelry fake now, huh? What about the jewelry I bought you? And she was like, well, is it real? Is my ring real? Like, damn. I mean, they was just going back and forth in on each other. She was like, you ain't nothing. He was like, you a bum, bro. You a bum. I'm like, I hate when guys call their wives or their girls bro. Like, I'm not your bro, okay? I'm your woman. Selena Johnson style, okay? So he just going in, they going back and forth, and she yelling and she throwing stuff at him. And then he was like, I want a divorce. And I'm like, oh. And she kind of seemed like she was taken aback a little bit, like, oh, so divorce, okay. So again, she throwing a tantrum and she throwing him out. She was like, get out, get out. Again, this storyline is seeming a little Kirk and Rashida. So Like at first I was intrigued and interested, but I'm like, okay, this shit's starting to feel a little fake. So Mona, stop with the fake storylines, okay? Don't let these people sell these fake ass storylines to you to stay relevant, because it's gonna come across like it's fake. So, but anyway, he left. Marcus and Brooke meets again, and she lets him know that the lumps that they removed are not cancerous. So they're relieved. They're talking about how relieved they are. She's in good health. Everything is fine. He mentions the fact that he's going to go to a movie premiere or something with Stasha. And I'm like, the fact that he was willing to even share that with you, Brooke, like, I don't know if you're really high on his priorities right now. So she was like, so you're really going to do this? This still is a thing? Like, all you were supposed to do is have your fun with her, let her jump me on you, and then be done. Like, when are you going to be done so we can get married? And Marcus checked her, and he shut her up, because honestly, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He told her that, you're going to rush me to get done with this girl after you've gave me your blessing to go sow my royal oats. Well, I've met someone that I actually like. See what happens when you say stuff you really don't mean? So he met somebody that he actually likes, and now that he isn't sure if he wants to try to work things out with you and the tables have turned, now you can't handle it. You can't handle it. I dumped somebody for you before after you told me to get rid of somebody. And what happened after I did it? You still went with somebody else and played me. So how can I trust that you are actually going to be with me like you say you want to be with me? How can I trust that I can marry you and be with you? Or if, you're going to walk away and leave me hanging and leave me looking stupid again. I'm not going to do that. So I got to feel like in my heart, basically, you don't have to prove to me that this is what it's going to be. So Brooke, if you wanted to work out with y'all, you got a lot of work to do, baby. Because when you get a man to that point, see, men aren't as forgiving as we are. Sometimes it don't take much for us to forgive at all. You could say, look, baby, I was just tripping, you know what I'm saying? But I want you, I want you, baby. And we'll be like, okay. But men, that shit don't work. You got to work hard. So if you don't have the patience for it, or you don't have the strength for it, the mind for it, it's a wrap. So you got to work things out. You made it. You made your bed, Brooke. So now you have to lay in it. You did it. He was willing to be with you before, and you played him. So I kind of get what Marcus is saying. So the last scene was Moniece and AD going to Fiz's house, and they're trying to work things out. And he apologized for them finding out the way they did about Tiffany. So I appreciate him apologizing for that. They're trying to actually work through things, and, AD made a point to make it clear, like, I don't care about you dating her. I want you to be happy. So if you're happy with her, that's cool. But, is it going to be some BS involved with you dating her? Moniece actually was trying to be the bigger person in that moment when she said, look, if you guys are really seriously trying to be a thing, are you willing to put your differences aside? And Tiffany said, yeah, I am. Like, I never had no beef with you in the first place. Moniece, you should have just left it at that and said, okay, well, let's start fresh. But you had to remind her of the mess that she pulled at the reunion the last time when you and AD was still trying to figure out your situation. And she asked her, like, are you willing to put up with all the drama that comes with Moniece and the court case and all that stuff? So, yeah, okay, that is annoying that she brought that up, but you should have just left that alone, be the bigger person, and said, okay, well, let's start fresh from here. But you had to bring that up, so now y'all going back and forth again. You basically told her, I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with you. I ain't trying to be this unit, cohesive, whatever. It's done, whatever. So now y'all beefing again. You and your baby daddy are going to have issues. It's probably going to mess with your dynamic. And AD made a good point. Like, you're messing up their thing because the relationship between Moniece and Fizz is definitely important. They need to get along for the sake of their son. So, and again, Fizz, why would you want to mess with somebody that can't be mature and stop being petty and say, look, I don't want to mess up the situation between you and the mother of your child. So I'm going to fall back, be cool. I still want to be with you, but I'm going to be cool. But she was being petty and antagonizing Moniece. Why would you want to be around her? Because if baby mama is mad, that's more stress on you. So you want somebody that kind of helps the situation, not make it worse. Tiffany ain't ready for that type of responsibility. Clearly, she ain't. So as they're walking out, they're beefing, they're going back and forth, and then Moniece had to bring up the fact, does your son know about your sex tape, bitch? Does he know about your sex tape? Does he know about you having your pussy spread right on video and all that? And they going back and forth, and Tiffany tried to come at her, and that's how it ended. You know, Moniece ain't scared. She about that life, and she'll calmly tell you, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And she might, if she can, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna follow through on that promise. So, hey, they gonna have to fix that. For the sake of the son, AD seemed like she cool, like she just want peace. With Moniece and that Tiffany girl, I don't see it working, to be honest. But y'all, that was it. That was the episode. It was cool. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is so amazing. But it was cool. It was cool enough. It kept me somewhat entertained. This video is long enough. That's it, y'all. I will see you for the next episode. Thumbs up this video. Share it. If you are not a subscriber, just go ahead and click on that subscribe button. It won't hurt you. It won't cost a thing. So that is it. I will talk to you later.